Hi, I'm Chad and welcome back to Purple Collar Life. This is the Toro TimeCutter that I've used for the last 5 summers. That's right, this makes 5 summers mowing with the Toro TimeCutter. And I've been very careful to do everything right. I've only ever used ethanol-free gas. I've only ever used the right oil, the Toro brand oil filter. I've made sure that I maintain the air filter. You've seen me doing the oil changes at the break-in period and at the 50-hour mark and at the 100-hour mark. I've taken really good care of this machine. And for 5 years, I haven't done anything wrong. But just a little over a month ago, I think I might have made a huge mistake that'll keep me from using the Toro TimeCutter ever again. So through the magic of video and shooting video ahead of time and being able to post it while I was away, you guys haven't known that I was away for almost a full month in Florida. But the mistake I made right before I left was reviewing with Jennifer how to ride and drive and operate the zero turn. Now I know I've made several videos about this, but evidently she hasn't watched them. So she wanted a quick review. Before I left, I was going to be away for a month. You know, the grass grows the fastest in like April, May time frame. That was when I was going to be away, so I knew there'd have to be a lot of mowing going on. So we did a quick review. And what would you say your mechanical aptitude level is from 1 to 10?
You know, I feel like I'm a fairly intelligent person. I can memorize things very easily. I can write an awesome essay just like that. My mechanical aptitude is not very good.
So I was a little worried, but I thought, you know what? She's just gonna be in this couple acre section of the yard. She'll be able to go around the trees, hopefully, and not run into anything. And she'll be able to maintain this section of the yard.
And though, prior to you getting the zero turn and in our younger years, I used to push mow a lot of this since I had the summer off.
Yes.
And that was my plan.
Yeah.
I just said, while you're gone, I'm going to push mow everything. And then it was my friends at school said, Jennifer, that's going to be too much. You need to learn how to drive the zero turn. So that's what, it was their nudge that kind of made me think, and I'm really glad that I learned.
So the end result has been, I've been home now for probably a week and a half. And guess how many times I've had the opportunity to mow on the Toro TimeCutter? Goose egg. Because every single time I come out, she's like, no, I'll mow.
I said,
you can work on something else.
There's other projects that you can get done. I can do the zero turn.
So the mowing was like the enjoyable sense of accomplishment. You can get all this done. I was like, okay, after a long day of work, I can come home and mow. It's fun. It's, you know, you're getting something done. I've lost that.
But now when you come home from work, you can get other things done.
So that was the mistake I made. After 5 years of meticulously taking care of this and enjoying riding on it, I taught her how to ride it, and now I don't know if I'll ever get to ride this machine again. But there is news about that. I'll tell you more about that at the end. So now, having mowed with this for over a month, what would you say? You know, we've had it for 5 years. You'd never even really tried before I was away.
I didn't think that I had the mechanical aptitude to remember how to start it up. I know that sounds stupid, but I don't remember stuff like that. And to be able to work the controls, it just seemed like it was complicated.
So how long did it take you mowing to learn it?
Well, before you left, you had me go back and forth the driveway.
Not mowing anything.
Not mowing anything.
In low speed.
In low speed.
Turtle speed.
And I didn't think it was very comfortable, but I figured that I could do it. And then it was probably 2 or 3 days after you left was when the grass needed mowed again. And I thought, what's the chances of me even remembering how to do what I was supposed to do?
Yeah.
But I remembered it. And then probably, well, I mowed 3 or 4 times a week every week that you were gone. So I've probably mowed almost 15 times now already since you've been gone.
Yeah.
And I feel like probably by the second time I was mowing in medium speed, and probably the last couple times I've been mowing in high speed.
Yep.
It's super easy.
Super easy. And we've had, you know, part of the reason we made the channel Purple Collar Life is because it's our mix of white collar and blue collar work, but then also because I feel like we can sometimes teach somebody how to do something. So we've had lots of comments on videos on, you know, how to fix the sink or replacing the filters or replacing the carburetor on the push mower. And we've had a number of videos from people who have said, you know, my husband passed away and it's been my job to mow now. Thanks for the video. A lot of people referred to the 5 quick tips on how to run a zero-turn mower. And they said thanks for the tutorial on how to run the machine. I do think it's the time cutter zero turn is really something that anybody can learn how to run. Like, it's not super complicated. You can go as slow or as fast as you want to, really. It's pretty easy to operate. The deck height adjustment, like, there's a lot of more complicated methods out there that just drop a pin is pretty easy. The steering, I think, is easy. It's comfortable to ride on, easy to start, easy to turn the PTO on. And I think, you know, basically a really good machine for a homeowner to mow property. Now, we've also used this on a little bit more commercial level to mow at the cemetery. And I've said in the past, there's no way you could mow at the cemetery because it's on a steep slope and you've got to navigate between the stones. But I think if you've already got, you know, 15 hours on it riding here in the yard, probably I'd say another 200 hours and she might be ready to do the cemetery. Because if she does the cemetery...
the flip side is, I've always been the push mower. And last summer I took over the weed eating because I thought it was going to be super hard to weed eat. And it's really not that hard to weed eat. Although I can't start the weed eater up by myself.
Yeah, it's tiring.
But my problem is I can't start it up myself. Like this, I can just totally get on and do and mow without you being here. Now, as far as like learning like the maintenance and stuff of it, that would be like if I was trying to do this all by myself, I would have to put some more time into learning those other types of things. But as far as just learning how to mow, it was really easy.
And there's places, I mean, you don't have to do the maintenance yourself. You could take it up to Fisher and Fogger, they'd take care of all the maintenance for you if you wanted them to do that. We've just always been able to take care of the maintenance on it. And
as a result of me doing this, there's actually some of my friends who have been avoiding learning to ride their zero turn. And even my mom has said, you know, she just never thought that it would be possible for her to learn how to do it, and that, you know, maybe she would be willing to learn how to do it. So I just always assumed, I don't want to be sexist because I'm probably a feminist, but I've always just assumed that stuff like this is just so much easier for men to do and that it was beyond my mechanical capabilities, but it's not.
It's not. So you are set to ride the Toro Time Cutter here at home to mow the lawn.
So Chad asked me the hardest part of me taking over the mowing while he was gone for the month. And actually the hardest part was not learning to ride this or riding it or putting gas in it or anything. The hardest part was mowing with Olive, because for the first several times she chased me on the zero turn, which she does if we're on the four-wheeler or anything else. She'll watch Chad, but she doesn't like for me to be places where she can't get to me. It was difficult trying to get her not to chase me while I was on the zero turn. And the other thing that has nothing to do with the zero turn, but the end of the driveway still has to be push mowed and the weed eater. And so I would have to take those things to the end of the driveway, come back, put her in the truck, take the truck to the end of the driveway, have the truck down there so she could see me while I was mowing. So the hardest part about taking over the mowing while Chad was gone for over 4 weeks was definitely Olive. Come here. Come. Come. Huh. You like to be where Mom's at, huh?
She's been mowing diagonally. She's been making the stripes in the lawn.
I can go right around the trees.
Yep. So, I guess we had to make some adjustments. Let me show you what we've done. Now we both can mow on a zero-turn mower. So we're gonna have a lot more information about the new Toro TIMECUTTER MAX with the MyRide system. We'll talk about that in some future videos, but it's been really good to know that while I was away for a month, Jennifer had the Toro TIMECUTTER here and was able to mow easily, make a nice looking lawn here in our front yard.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have done. There's no way, especially since I was mowing every 2 to 3 days, there's no way I would have been able to mow everything.
Yeah, push mowing would have been impossible.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Lots more videos coming up about both the Toro TIMECUTTER and the Toro TIMECUTTER MAX with the MyRide seating system. We'll see you again the next time.